And these words which I command you this day shall be in your hearts. That's where he wanted them. I wonder whether they cut it open over here and put the plaque inside there as well. No, they didn't. And you shall carefully teach them to your sons, and you shall bind them for a sign upon your hand, and they shall be as frontlets between your eyes here in your cognitive thinking. This is God's law. I will keep God's law. He is my God. I will follow him. That's what it says. Continue in Exodus chapter 13 verse 9. It shall be a sign unto them upon thine hand, and for a memorial between thine eyes, that the Lord's law may be in thy mouth. It's pretty clear. What must be on the forehead and on the hand? The law of God. It's got nothing to do with a barcode from a can of beans or whatever. It's got to do with the law of God that has to be on your hand and that has to be in your forehead. Now what about that other guy with the cauliflower ears and the buck teeth who takes away the followers of God? Actually, he doesn't have cauliflower ears and buck teeth. He's actually quite handsome. It's quite irritating. But in any case, takes them away and misleads them. Misleads them. And he says, no, 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 no. My sign, my mark on your forehead or your hand. Well, let's have a look. What was the purpose then of the Sabbath? It was a day of rest. It was a day of blessing. It was a day of peace. It was a sign. It was a memorial to creation. It was a symbol of sanctification. It was a hallowed day. And it was a perpetual covenant. That was what there was. And remember, Mark 2 verse 27, the Sabbath was made for man, and not man for the Sabbath. That doesn't get rid of the Sabbath. It just tells you that man needs the Sabbath. Man needs this communication with his God, and he must know who his God is. The God that we serve is the God of the Sabbath. That's the God whom we serve. Otherwise, who is he? Is it the one of the Friday? Is it the one of the Sunday? Is it the one of the Wednesday? Is it the God of the Hindus? Is it the one of Buddhists? Is it the one of the Shintos? Is it this one? Is it that one? I'll tell you what, it's the God of the Sabbath. Simple as that. So the Bible says. Oh, that thou hadst hearkened unto my commandments, then thou had peace, then had thy peace been as a river, and thy righteousness as the waves of the sea. Isaiah 48:18. You would know exactly where you stand, where you are. Deuteronomy 5:29. Oh, that there was such a heart in them that they would fear me and keep all my commandments. 9 of them or all of them? All my commandments, always, that it might be well with them and with their children forever. Well, having established that, then why do we keep Sunday? Why don't we keep the Sabbath? Why does the Christian world keep Sunday? Sunday. Let's ask Webster's International Dictionary what it means. Some of the new dictionaries get quite sneaky. You've got to watch it. In the old days, they used to define it like this: so-called because this day was anciently dedicated to the sun or its worship. Schaeff's Encyclopedia says Sunday, dies solis of the Roman calendar, day of the sun, being dedicated to the sun, the first day of the week. Most Oxford dictionaries will say Sunday, first day of the week. New Oxford dictionaries will say Sunday, day following Saturday. That's pathetic. That's not a definition anymore. That's a definition in terms of another definition. Doesn't mean anything anymore. But there you have it. That's what it is. It's the day of the sun. It's dies solis of the Roman calendar, the day of the sun, and it's the first day of the week. It's not the 7th day of the week. Sabbath, a Hebrew word signifying rest. Sunday was a name given by the heathens to the first day of the week because it was the day on which they worshipped the sun. John Edie, a Bible Cyclopedia, page 561. You can check it out. I mean, it's all there. The reference are there. Take your ordinary dictionary at home and see what that says. So the Sabbath is not Sunday, it's Saturday. Sunday is the first day of the week. But the Christian world keeps Sunday. Let's have a look at it, at a photocopy if you like. a photograph of a dictionary, seventh day, Saturday, the seventh day of the week. Saturday, the seventh day of the week. Daniel 7 verse 25, remember, said, and he, the little horn, we identified him last night, shall speak words against the Most High, shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and plot to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time, times, and a half a time. Now, Revelation 13 verse 7 talks about this beast that has all the attributes of the little horn, and we've already said if it looks like a duck and walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, then it's probably a duck. So this beast is exactly the same power as the little horn power, and we are told that this beast will implement, with the aid of another power, which we will deal with tomorrow night, the mark of this beast. Now we've already established what God's mark was. What was it? The Sabbath. And where was it to be written? On the forehead and on the hand. Now, it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them, and the power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. Revelation 13:7. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Fascinating text. Fascinating text. We will deal with this in detail and take it apart. Every aspect of that text we will open up. One little difference between God's mark and the beast marks, and it's just a tiny little difference. It lies over here. It says, all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. God's was to be in the right hand and in the forehead. God is not satisfied with halfway service, all or nothing. This beast is happy if you have it in your forehead. That is, you think it's right and you act accordingly. But he's also happy if you don't think it's right, if you go along with it because you have no other choice. So act accordingly because he said so, then he also will leave you alone. Does that make sense? As long as you obey him. He doesn't care how, whether you're convinced or not, as long as you obey him. Wow. And if you don't do it, economic boycott. You will not be able to buy or sell. We'll freeze your bank account. We'll freeze it. And save that you have this mark, or the name of the beast, which stands for its character, or the number, and we'll be dealing with that as well. Now let's have a look at the Roman Decretalia. Now this comes from a Roman Catholic source, Decretal de Translat Episcop. He, the Pope, can pronounce sentences and judgments in contradictions to the rights of nations, to the law of God and man. He's a mighty man. He's mightier than God or any nation on earth. He can free himself from the commands of the apostles, he being their superior, and from the rules of the Old Testament. He can do whatever he likes. We read further. The Pope has the power to change times, to abrogate laws, and to dispense with all things, even the precepts of Christ. So no matter what the old husband said, I'm the new husband around here. You won't listen to your previous dad, you'll listen to me. Have we got this other guy around? Yes or no?
Yes.
We have him around. There he is. Let's see what he says. 2 Thessalonians 2, 3, 4. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin, which is transgressing of the law, will be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposes and exalteth himself above all that is called God. He's the other guy. And his day is coming when his nose will be twisted 360 degrees. Not by me or by any man, but by God. Without human hands, the Bible says. Pope Nicholas, quoted in Facts for the Time, the Pope's will stands for reason. He can dispense above the law and of wrong make right by correcting and changing laws. He's a powerful guy. He can do whatever he likes. Ask the Catholic Church, which is the Sabbath day? It says Saturday is the Sabbath day. Your dad said keep Saturday, but I'm telling you no visitation on that day. Then why do you observe Sunday instead of Saturday? Why? Because I'm the new authority in your life, and we observe Sunday instead of Saturday because we, the Catholic Church, transferred the solemnity from Saturday to Sunday. This is not just any source. This is the Convert's Catechism of Catholic Doctrine, 1957. That's pretty straight out of the horse's mouth. This is the new boyfriend. And he says, you will not listen to your dad, you'll listen to me because I said so. So what is he attacking? Isn't he attacking the authority of God? You cannot attack the authority of God on the strength of any other commandment except the Sabbath. You can only attack the authority of God on the strength of the Sabbath, because that is what determines the authority. So what is the mark of the beast then? We have a beast. We have a beast that says, you will accept my mark, and you will have it on your hand or your forehead. We have a seal of God, which is a mark which says, you will keep the commandments of God on your hands and on your foreheads. Whoa, we're coming to an impasse. There's no compromise here. What does the beast say? What is its mark? This is the Catholic record, September 1, 1923. They say, Sunday is our mark of authority. So what is the mark of the beast then? What does it say? It says Sunday. The church is above the Bible. Wow, I'm the new boyfriend. You don't listen to the rules of your dad, you listen to me. And this transference of Sabbath observance is proof of that fact. Catholic record, there they say it. So we have two marks on this earth, and the choice is ours. Either we obey God, or we obey the new boyfriend. That's it. So Satan has attacked the Sabbath because it is the seal of God. It affects the authority of God. Let's have some more quotes. Catholic World, March 1894. She took the pagan Sunday and made it the Christian Sunday, and thus the pagan Sunday, dedicated to Balder, that's Baal, became the Christian Sunday, sacred to Jesus. Interesting. Let's take another one. Faith of Our Fathers, Cardinal Gibbons. Of course the Catholic Church claims that the change was her act. And the act, and he reiterates it, is a mark of her ecclesiastical power. She says she's mightier than God in this issue. I don't care what laws God made, you will listen to me. This is real arrogance. The Bible says, remember that thou keep holy the Sabbath day. The Catholic Church says, no. They're pretty straight. Who's this speaking? Oh, it's Father Enright, writing in the American Sentinel. This is the Catholic Church spokesman. He says, the Bible says so, but the Catholic Church says no. By my divine power, I abolish the Sabbath day and command you to keep holy the first day of the week. And lo, the entire civilized world bows down in reverent obedience to the command of the Holy Catholic Church. Isn't that arrogance beyond measure? It is so arrogant, freaks me out. By my divine power? Well, if that's their divine power, then it must be a different divine power to God's divine power, right or wrong. There's another God on earth who sets himself up in the temple of God claiming to be God. So we have two that we are serving. Of course, the Catholic Church is not really God. It must have another power behind it. And the Bible says, and the dragon gave him his seat and power and great authority. Those are very sad words, and I don't say them flippantly. Catechismus Romanus, Pope Pius 1566, commanded by the Council of Trent, it pleased the Church of God that the religious celebration of the Sabbath day should be transferred to the Lord's Day, Sunday. Over and over. They say, I was in the Spirit on the Lord's Day, Revelation 1:10. They say, well, the Lord's Day was Sunday. It doesn't say so. It says, I was in the Spirit on the Lord's Day. It doesn't say what day it was. Only the Bible can say which is the Lord's Day. And there it is, Isaiah 58:13. If thou turn thy foot away from the Sabbath, from doing thy pleasure on my holy day, and call the Sabbath a delight, the holy of the Lord. So which is the Lord's Day according to the Bible? The Sabbath.